fellow Nigerians, great people of Oyo State, great people of Ibadan. Something very, very pathetic happened today in Ibadan. Something very terrible happened. Kí n tó sọ Yorùbá, ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ sọ lédè Èbó kí gbogbo Nàìjíríà lè gbọ́. Màá wá sọ ní èdè Yorùbá ní èdè abínibí wa. Something terrible happened in Ibadan today, 8 September 2005. And if something is not done, it can escalate and become terrible. And we don't want to have another situation of River State in Oyo State. I am not a politician. My problem is that I always say the truth. That's why I don't join any politics. But I am an advocate of good governance. I am an advocate of the mercies. When I see a government doing good, I support them and I credit them. Today in Ibadan, about close to 1,000 people came out shouting Makinde Ole, Makinde Ole, Seyi Ole, about the 300 billion naira loan the government the House of Assembly approved for the government. They begin to shout, over 1,000 people, thereabout. It was obvious to the people that this is an orchestrated and calculated crowd, paid crowd. People were given money because you can see they are well organized and they have vehicles patrolling them and security forces guiding them. This is despicable. This is sad. This is pathetic. This is unfortunate. You can see that some people are paid to do this riot, or let me call it demonstration. You can see that people were paid to do this embarrassing, despicable action. They were shouting, Governor Seyi Makinde Ole, thief, and doing all sorts of. Now, if doing this against a constituted authority, an elected governor, is like inciting the public against the governor, an elected, a constituted authority. By shouting Makinde Ole, the governor is a thief, the governor is whatever, and calling him names, is like inciting the public against the government. This kind of scenario is very, very sad, because if it continues, we are going to have a chaos, civil unrest, civil disturbance in Oyo State. And we are going to have another case of River State. Probably what they are planning is that a state of emergency will be declared again, whatever. But I want you to reach every nooks and cranny of Nigeria, especially the federal level, so that President Tinubu will know what is happening in Oyo State. If people of Seyi Makinde had come out today in Ibadan to defend the governor and to attack the people who are saying the governor is a thief for taking 300 billion loan or whatever have been approved, legally, there will have been a bloodbath in Ibadan today. And this is a very bad precedent. Because in future, if anti-Tinubu government, anti-Tinubu people comes out and begin to shout Tinubu Ole, Tinubu Ole, and maybe crowds like over 1,000 people are going about all the city shouting anti-Tinubu, I hope there are not going to be bloodbath, because I hope the police will not be attacking them, because this is a bad precedent. And before it continues, the federal government needs to do something about it. and needs to call the people who have sponsored this crowd. If you lose an election, that doesn't give you the audacity to start inciting people against the government. Because you lost an election. The funny thing is that the people of Oyo State love Seyi Makinde, not because of anything, but because he has touched them in a way in which they cannot forget. The politician who lost an election, who is now paying crowd, inciting people to be calling the government, an elected government, thieves, ole, whatever, because we didn't call them names. If you have used the